Hello friends, welcome to video lecture on of machine. Today's session learn about version of for this uh, learn about bar chain or quadricycle chain. First of all, we'll say what is the meaning of inversion of mechanism. So in the previous lectures, we have discussed about the definition of kinematic pair mechanism. So the same when is in kinematic called a mechanism. So can obtain as many mechanisms kinematic turn kinematic chain of mechanisms by fixing kinematic of the mechanism. Now we'll see the types of kinematic chains. The most important kinematic chains are those which consist of four lower pairs, each pair being a sliding pair or turning pair. The following three types of kinematic chains with the four lower pairs are important from the subject point of view. First one, four bar chain or quadricyclic chain. Second one, single slider crank chain, and third one, double slider crank chain. Okay. In the today's session, we'll see the four bar chain in detail and its inversions. Okay, so four bar chain or quadricyclic chain. Okay, so kinematic chain is the combination of four or more kinematic pairs such that the relative motion between the links or element is completely constrained. The simplest and the basic kinematic chain is a four bar chain or quadricyclic chain. So as shown in figure, it consists of four links, each of them form a turning pair at A, B, C, and D. The four links may be of different lengths, okay? But according to Grosshoff's law, for a four-bar mechanism, the sum of shortest and longest link lengths should not be greater than the sum of remaining links if there is to be continuous relative motion between the two links. So that can be seen with the help of this one mathematical formula. Okay, so S plus L not be greater than this one P plus Q term. Okay, so we look to us the names one for the various links this way. In a four bar chain, one of the link in a particular the shortest link which make a complete revolution relative to other three links. It satisfies the Grosshoff's law. Such link is known as crank or lever. Okay, so the figure AD indicate the crank or driver. So the next link BC, this is nothing but the link number 2, which makes a partial rotation or oscillates, known as lever or rocker or follower, and the link CD, which connects crank and lever, okay, is called connecting rod or coupler. The fixed link AB, link number 1, is known as frame of the mechanism. When crank 4 is the driver, the mechanism transforming rotary motion into oscillating motion. Okay, this can be more clear to you when we just focus here. The rotary motion of this crank is converted into oscillating motion of the link number this one 2. Okay, now we'll see one by one the inversion of the four bar chain. So first one is nothing but here beam engine, another name given for this one as crank and lever mechanism. Next inversion of the four bar chain with us, inversion of four bar chain, coupled wheel of locomotive. Okay, so another name given for this one as double crank mechanism. Okay, next one with us nothing but the Watts indicator mechanism. Okay, so let us see first one. First one is nothing but here beam engine. So in this case, a part of mechanism or a beam engine is also known as crank and lever mechanism, which consists of four links. In this mechanism, when crank rotate about the fixed center, if you just see, here is the crank. So this indicate the link number with this one frame. Total this indicate the frame. Okay, link number 1. So link number 2 will act as crank. Okay, so link number 3 is here, and link number, this is nothing but the link number 4. Okay, that will act as a lever. Okay, so in this mechanism, when the crank rotate about the fixed center, let us suppose this one, this is nothing but the any center. If I consider this as a center, the lever oscillates about a fixed center. If you just see here, this lever will start oscillate about this center. Okay, I'll just consider this as center D. Let us assume that here the C name is here. Okay, so A is nothing but center of this one, and the where the one, this actually link is connected with the crank. Okay, this point, let us assume B here. Okay, A is center, B is here, then C is here, D is here. At the end of this one, let us consider E point. So this is nothing but the cylinder. So what's about this one? This is nothing but a piston rod. This indicate the piston. Okay, so entire this one is nothing but the lever or link number 4. Okay, so the end E, you just see here is the end E. The lever C, D, E connected to the piston rod, which reciprocates the rotation of the crank. In other words, the purpose of this mechanism to convert the rotary motion into a reciprocating motion. Rotary motion of the crank is converted into reciprocating motion of this piston. Okay, this is about the beam engine or crank and lever mechanism. So here is the crank with us, and here is the lever with us. So the name given for this one is crank and lever mechanism. So link number 1 is here, that will act as a frame. Okay, this link is fixed one. So we'll move towards the next mechanism. Name given for this one is nothing but the coupling rod of locomotive or coupled rod of locomotive. So this is also known as double crank mechanism. So mechanism of coupling rod of locomotive is also known as double crank mechanism, which consists of four links with us, A, B. Then next one here, this will act as AB, AD is here, DC is here. Okay, then CB is here. Okay, the link AB will act as fixed link here, link AD acts as first crank. Okay, and if you look towards here, whatever the rotation comes from the link number 4, the same rotation they are obtaining the link number 2. Okay, the name given for this one is double crank. Okay, so in this mechanism, the link AD and link BC having the same length, so acts as the crank and connected to a respective wheels. These are connected with the respective. You just see here actual diagram. Okay, actually a respective wheels. Okay, so in this case, link CD will acts as this one. This CD will acts as coupling rod, and the link AB, and this will act as a fixed link. Okay, in order to maintain the constant center to center distance time. Okay, so this will act as a fixed link. Mechanism is meant for transferring or transmitting the rotary motion from one wheel to another wheel. Okay, this is about the next inversion or application of this one 4-bar chain or inversion of the 4-bar chain. The next one is nothing but the watt indicator mechanism. Okay, so another name given for this watt indicator mechanism is nothing but the double lever mechanism. Okay, so the watt indicator mechanism which consists of 4 links. Just see, it consists of the 4 links. You just see the fixed link at A. Here's the fixed link at A. Then link AC. Link AC is here. Then next one, link C with us here, and link BFD. Okay. So here just it may be noted that one BF and FD form one link because these two parts have no relative motion between them. Okay. So link CE and BFD acts as a levers. Okay. So the displacement of the link BFD is directly proportional to the pressure of a gas or steam which acts on this one indicator plunger. Okay. On any small displacement of the mechanism, the pressing point on E at the end of the link will traces a straight line, approximate straight line. So the initial position of the mechanism is shown by this one dark line, and if you just say this will shows a displaced position when any pressure acts on this plunger, automatically the displacement of this mechanism takes place. Okay, so E is nothing but the initial position here, and E dash indicate the displaced position because of the pressure acts on this indicator plunger. Okay, so this is about the Watt's indicator mechanism. I hope that whatever the inversions today we have discussed about the 4-bar chain clear to you. Thank you.